Welcome back to Jet Entertainment. Today we are going to do our top 10 movies of all time list. These are going to be like rated and then ranked from 10 to 1. Jordan, you want to go ahead and start off with yours?
Yeah, let's get my shit list out of here. It's shit on Jordan week. That's what today is. So,
well, if we're going to talk before it, we're also going to preface, these are kind of like...
These are just movies we've seen.
That, and on top of that, it's also like... We might have seen a movie and just forgot to put it, or maybe there's a movie we've seen that we just didn't put on there, and like that could be why. Like we were kind of talking about it. Like some movies are weird in the sense that I think another movie's better, but that movie still might be rated higher, and like there's like weird instances of that. But so like these are just lists we put together of 10 movies that are really good. So.
But yeah, if there's a movie that you've seen that you feel like was without a doubt top 10 all time, we probably haven't seen it if it's not on our list. Like I know one, Shawshank Redemption. None of us have seen that, but that's like always ranked in the top 5. So
I haven't seen anything. So, like
Yeah.
I said, it's shit on me
They're gonna
week.
find out soon.
It's shit on me week. Just have fun in the comments. I don't care. Whatever.
We should make this like the national. Like,
The people I care about are shitting on me. So you know what? I don't care. Just shit on me. It's fine. So at number 10, I have The Social Network.
Oh, I forgot about that movie.
I
didn't know you'd seen that.
I didn't know you had
didn't know
either.
what to put for number 10, and I was really struggling with this one, and I was like, you know what? I'm put The Social Network. I gave it an 8.3.
That is a good movie. I forgot about that
IMDb
one.
has it at a 7.8, and Rotten Tomatoes has it at a 96.
You guys did way more research.
What do you
Well,
mean?
I wanted to see what I thought about it, and then I looked it up after the fact. I didn't look it up and then find out and then kind of like change my numbers. I didn't change any of my numbers. Whatever I felt, just thinking about the movies I've seen, I just put that number. I gave it an 8.3. I think it's pretty good. I definitely don't think it's... It probably wouldn't be on this list.
Well, that's what I was saying. Like
But-
some of the movies that are on here may not actually be the 10 best movies we've ever seen. Like
Right.
I know there was a couple on my list that were kind of iffy, and there's specifically one that I think should have been on my list probably, but I didn't put it. So,
Yeah, and then also like with the segment we came up with last week, with me watching new movies, like I'm sure this list is going to be very
in
different.
a year from now, we should make a top 10 as a group list.
Oh, what the hell?
I don't think.
How would
could
that
happen.
work?
Because we're gonna see a bunch of the same movies because of the new Spin the Wheel.
Yeah, but how are we gonna like with argue?
Yeah,
All right, I'm down with that.
But yeah, I have The Social Network.
we'll do it live on here. Make a list.
Fuck you. That's 10. Yeah, I like The Social Network. That's a really good movie. I honestly completely forgot about the movie like as a whole. It wouldn't be in my top 10.
I don't even know how I came up with it. I was just
I
like,
forgot about it as a whole.
Yeah, I did. Like, I just completely forgot about that movie completely, but it wouldn't be in my top 10, but it's a good fucking movie.
Yeah.
We'll do the snake draft, and then we'll go to my 10. My number 10, I gave it an 8.6. I went with 12 Angry Men. This was the one where I was like, I put like a really film bro movie on here. I wrote like some notes about all these movies just so I could have like talking points, but I put the definition of elite dialogue. Takes place in one single room the entire movie, and it had me locked in from the beginning to the end. Phenomenal acting and phenomenal writing. This movie is one of the film bro movies that is like actually like good, and not one of those people like, oh, it's the 1928 fucking blah blah blah, and it's just so good for this reason. Like this is like genuinely like a really good movie. And yeah, it's just like definitely like an incredible showcase for film when it comes to just like overall great dialogue. And yeah, I wanted to give it an 8.6. I did bump it out, but I wanted to give it some light of day to really put it out there. It's a really good movie, and I feel like if you like movies in general, you should watch this movie.
Yeah, so I had trouble making my top 10 list because I guess in my head I ranked a movie in my head. And I looked at all the other movies that I was considering and kind of based it off of like, I think that what I ranked this movie as solid is the movie that I'm thinking about better or worse than that movie. And so instead of thinking that way, I just put that movie on my list because I think it is like the flat line of like, it's like where they draw the line of like what's better than this. And so my actual lowest one is an 8.8. And I ended up putting this because I felt like this is, like I said, like a weird baseline of like, is this movie better than this movie? Okay, then it's this. So for an 8.8, I actually put Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Ooh.
And the reason I did that is because when I think of animated movies,
Elijah's so happy you put that there.
Yeah, I got a jolt of energy.
so
I did not expect you to talk about this
Okay,
movie
so
today.
the reason I did this is because I think this is a really good movie. I don't think I love it as much as everybody else, but I think this movie's an 8.8, and I feel like that's and I feel strongly about it being an 8.8. So I used it as a basis to look at all of my other movies of, okay, is this a better movie? Is it better than Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse? And before you say anything, I haven't seen Across the Spider-Verse.
Wait a minute. You were fucking lying, weren't you?
What?
You were like, I don't have an animated movie on this list.
I switched it when we were sitting here.
Oh, okay.
And it was because I was between two movies, and I'm like, Into the Spider-Verse is better than that movie, so I have to put that on there.
Yeah.
So I ended up putting it because of that reason.
What was the one you replaced
Yeah.
it with?
Forrest Gump.
Ooh.
I was arguing with that, but I think that is a better movie by a hair. I think Forrest Gump is like the highest like an 8.7 can be.
Okay.
But so I had, so like, for example, and we're not gonna get into it, but I have a couple more movies that are ranked the same as this, but I think those movies are better. So that's why I'd had the two movies ahead of it, and like being like, I don't know what to put because I think Into the Spider-Verse is an 8.8, and it was one of those things. I ended up putting it because I think it deserved it from probably being the best animated movie I've seen. I know people might say stuff about like Pixar movies and stuff, but I feel like all of those like aren't necessarily like prestigious in my mind. Even though some of them have great plots and great stories, like I think animated movies get the hit anyways, just because I think they're way easier to make.
Yeah.
But this is, from off the top of my head, this is the best one I've seen. So I ended up putting that 10.
I didn't really expect it to be on here because I feel like when we watched it, you didn't really like
Because
give off the vibe that you
because
really loved
I have
it.
a really good feeling this is going to be on your list and a lot higher ranked than what I gave the rating. And if it's not, it's not. But I feel like a lot of like they're talking about the newest. Whenever they finally fucking make this last one,
Yeah.
people are talking about it being the best trilogy of all time.
Of all movies?
Of all movies. Like, people are already saying that, and I'm like, I don't think that no matter what
Best
happens.
animated trilogy.
I could see that, but people were saying, like, they're comparing it to, like, is this better than the original 3 Star Wars movies? And even if it is, there's still one that I'm not going to say, because it may or may not have some of those movies on my list. It's never, it's just, because of the first movie I've seen, is not better than any of those 3 movies. I don't know how it's possible for it to be, unless the second and third movie are that much better.
Yeah, I can't compare it to like other actual like live action trilogies.
Yeah.
But as for an animated movie goes, it's fucking good.
Yeah.
And Across the Spider-Verse is also really good. But when it comes to like a critical way, I put it lower because of the ending.
Yeah.
Like I still feel like the movie is fucking great.
I think Across is rated like
It is.
4 points higher
It
than
is.
IMDb.
Because it is a fucking good movie and the storyline is incredible and like everything about that movie is fucking phenomenal. But the very ending where they kind of made it like it was like a back-to-back movie thing when they like knew for a fact that movie wasn't coming out for a long ass time.
For context for you, the end of the movie, they start to like ramp up, like there's gonna be a scene that happens, and then they just cut it.
And then it just flashed
I'm
when
gonna
the
have,
movie
like,
was coming
zero-
out.
I'm gonna have like zero input with a lot of these because I haven't seen probably half the movies
I'm not gonna
that
lie,
you guys
I
are
think
gonna
you've
say.
seen
Yeah.
3 movies on my list.
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
I just doubt I'm gonna have much to say today.
I don't know if you've seen any of these movies I put down, to be honest.
You might have only seen 1 movie on my list.
I know you started watching one of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, I have an 8.8.
Snake.
Oh, or Snake and fuck. So a movie, and this was another baseline movie because I really, really, really like this movie, and it's one of those things that like when I think of the premise of this movie, I never like. I don't know why it's so good, but it just is, and it's the movie Whiplash.
Ooh, yeah.
This movie is fucking good as fuck.
Oh yeah, it's so good.
I thought you were being genuine. That just pissed me off. But so it's
It is a good movie.
Miles Teller, and he's playing the drums. And when I thought of it, and people were talking about it the way that they were, I was like, how the fuck is this going to be a good movie? This movie's fucking
Such good
good
He
as
acting.
plays
fuck.
like the instrument, the drums.
Yeah, he's a drummer.
Mhm.
Okay.
And he's trying to be a part of this, like, it's like this school that you get into, and it's like a band orchestra. And Why am I biting? Is his name J.K. Simmons? I
Yeah,
don't
but
know
say
why it's
the
pointing.
teacher's J.K. Simmons, who
Okay.
plays
He
the newspaper guy in
fucking
Spider-Man.
kills it.
Yeah.
And dude, literally, it's about like the pressure of being like a good fucking like, and not even just the drummers, but obviously the lead is a drummer. But dude, some of the shit they're going through, and like, there was actually at one point in the movie, there's like 3 drummers that are trying to be a part of the same orchestra, so they're like fighting for it. And J.K. Simmons will be like, put one on, and they'll be like, all right, you're gonna come in at this point, and they'll come in, he'll be like, get the fuck out of the chair, and then
Yeah,
he'll
he was just
instantly
flipping
he'll start
the fuck
playing.
out.
They were like bleeding, and another like, and I think like legitimately bleeding because all of the guys that, well, I know at least for Miles Teller learned how to play the drums to be in the movie.
Jesus.
This isn't on my list, but he's also in Top Gun Maverick. He also learned how to play the piano to play and sing a song in that movie, which is crazy.
He's also in War Dogs, and he learned how to sell guns to other countries for that movie. I'm just fucking around.
I don't know about that one,
I'm
but
just fucking around.
yeah, and like I was saying earlier when I was explaining like the baseline, like I think Into the Spider-Verse and Whiplash are similar rated movies, but I think Whiplash is a better movie, so I put it above it. And then that's kind of how I tiered my list. So
Yeah, I mean, that's a good fucking movie. J.K. Simmons, I don't even know if he got nominated or whatever happened with that movie Oscar-wise, but he fucking deserved
I
something.
think he might have been nominated.
Yeah, I haven't looked into it for that movie, but he fucking did really good for that movie. My number 9, I have The Wolf of Wall Street. I gave it an 8.7. For those that know me, I really, really love this movie. It's one of my favorites, and I know what you're thinking. Piece of shit. Yeah, okay. I understand. But I love this movie so much. The acting by all the actors and actresses was fucking incredible. A young Margot Robbie. I think she was 21 or 22 in that movie. Fucking great. Leonardo DiCaprio kills it. He should have won the Oscar. I've seen Dallas Buyers Club, which I think that's the movie that won that year for Best Actor. He did a really good job in that movie. That could have been a toss-up for whoever won it, but I feel like Leo might have edged out for winning that one. But Jonah Hill was great in this movie. I love the surrounding cast a lot. Just all his group of guys are super fucking funny. And I also love John Bernthal a lot, and he's in this movie. Just the most like degenerate movie of all time, and I love it so much. And I'm pretty sure this is a fact, but it holds the record for most cuss words said in the movie.
That doesn't surprise.
I'm pretty
Yeah, it
sure it
doesn't
is.
surprise
It's
me
like
either.
700 or some shit like that.
Yeah, when I think of like the bro movies like that, there's that movie, and then
Fight Club.
well, I didn't even think
American
about that.
Psycho.
American Psycho is what
Yeah.
I was thinking of.
Yeah.
That is the like those are the epitome of like
If you're a piece
wow,
of shit.
I'm a fucking douchebag.
But I just love that movie so much. I gave it an 8.7.
Man.
You want to go ahead?
The slander on this number 9 that I have is I can't even. I got shit on last week for this movie. I
Oh.
don't give a fuck. 7.1 on IMDb, 60% of Rotten Tomatoes. Fucking Jesus Christ. I have Real Steel at number 9. I dead ass think that this movie is so fucking good. I have it at an 8.5 out of 10. I think just looking at the movie being like, all right, it's a robot boxing movie. Like just talking about that I think is absolutely ridiculous. But when you break down the movie with him having a son that he basically bastardized his entire life and then comes into his life, he sells him to his aunt and uncle or his grandparents. And then they go through all this bullshit where they get fucking beat up because of money that he owes to people and all this shit. They find this robot that's like a piece of shit compared to all the other ones. And then his background of being an ex-fighter before like robots took over, and he has to like all this shit comes together at the end of the movie. I think this movie gets slept on so fucking much. And it's really funny. We were talking about last week, and I've been seeing like edits all over TikTok for this movie. And I think this movie is so much better than people give credit to it. I really do. And it's got Hugh Jackman. Great actor. Like, I don't know. I think the kid in the movie is really good for a child actor. Like, I don't know. I think this movie is so much better than it gets credit. So, I got Real Steel at 9. You guys want to shit on me some more? You guys
Well,
shit on me
your
last
number
week.
10 was Social Network.
Yeah,
That's a better movie than Real Steel.
I don't think so.
Real Steel to boxing is what Speed Racer is to racing. And like I love Speed Racer and I love Real Steel. But yeah,
Dude,
it's a really good movie.
I think the
We have
acting is
different
good.
rating systems.
I don't know. I think the acting is
I
good.
think
The
the
story,
acting is-
the stories.
The acting is good.
The
I wouldn't
story's
say it's great.
okay. The story's phenomenal.
My biggest thing with the story is that's not like it's like an unheard of story, but they
Yeah,
just,
it is because it's robot boxing.
the story about the kid is not an unheard of story.
I mean, he got
But it's
sold.
but the difference is it's sold in like you could have had like this, like a bunch of stuff happen, whatever. But it's a robot boxing movie, so it's like
Yeah, but like it's the underlying story of the robot
I really
boxing.
like this movie, but I think you might have rated it a little high.
I don't.
8.5.
I don't care. I think it's that good. I think the underlying story of it being a
It's got
robot.
a fire soundtrack.
I couldn't
Just
even
give me
tell
more
you.
points.
Only thing I remember is
Have you not
Fastlane.
seen it?
No, I have.
Oh.
I watched it in Discord.
There's a ton of people petitioning for them to make a Real Steel 2 and it be like the story of Noisy Boy.
Yeah.
That movie has a lot of memorable points in it too. Like I still like
My girlfriend watched the movie and she cried watching this movie.
that
Like,
strange.
dude, the movie's fucking good.
It's a. We're not saying.
The
I don't know about him. I'm not saying it's a.
It's an
bad
alright movie.
but
Crying is crazy.
the a top your like a top 10 movie you've seen could be a stretch.
Well, I think it is a stretch. Like you said at the beginning, there's probably movies I'm not thinking about, and then like I'm sure this list is going to be completely different within this next year.
Oh, yeah.
I hope
I would
Oh, it
fucking
will.
hope so.
It will.
because
But
like if I'm being honest, I think that movie's like a 7-7,
I think the movie's.
7-6.
I think it's better than you guys think it is. I really do.
It might be a 7-5. I think it's a 7-5. Like, it's-
7-4. Maybe 7-4.
No, 7-5.
How about 7-2?
I'm gonna say 7-5 because I
Keeps
think
just knocking it down.
because I like how the fighting, although it's robots, like they go at the like, and this is the thing, like they go at it as a realistic approach of like, you're trying to find weak spots and you got to dip and it's not just robots like they're actually fighting like they like for example like I know a lot of the edits are the shadow boxing scenes and like he's like not that Hugh Jackman knows what he's doing but like you could see there was an attempt to make it look like he was like actually doing stuff like making real combinations making it seem like it's a real thing. You know what I mean?
I feel like you're just adding to reasons why I like.
Yeah,
this
and that's what I'm
movie so
saying
much.
is it is a really good movie.
And then
But
the underlying story.
It's about robots boxing.
Yeah, but the underlying story with about him and his son and the relationship between them is also just adding to the story. And
He's
I
a
think,
shitty dad.
oh yeah,
Like,
oh yeah.
I think that's being glossed over a little bit. Even
That
in
doesn't-
the end,
that-
he's still a shit
that
dad.
doesn't make it a bad movie.
Yeah, but robots boxing. Come on.
I don't know. I don't give a shit. I think that movie is so much better than people give it credit for.
And then
so.
there's like Zeus and like the people who own him. The woman is like extremely seductive for no fucking reason. Like there's a lot of why the fuck did we do this? Like the underground fighting rings are crazy.
It's just a new way to like bet on stuff and make money.
Yeah, this is the issue. We have a gambling addiction.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we do.
All right, let's move on. Keep shitting on me for it. but
Football's
it's
coming
fine.
soon. Can't wait.
My number 8 is Field of Dreams. I just recently rewatched this movie. I have you guys both seen this? I know you've seen the movie.
I
Have you seen
haven't.
it?
I think
don't
this
know what
might
all
be
to
the best
say.
baseball
What'd
movie
you
of all
rate it?
time.
I gave it an 8.5.
Do you agree?
It has a 7.5 on IMDb and an 88 on Rotten
It's
Tomatoes.
between an 8 and an 8. 2, 8, 3.
I gave it an 8.5. I just rewatched it. The whole point, people think that he's actually dead in this movie, which there's something that happened in the movie that kind of confirmed for me that he wasn't. But the whole point is to like create this place that's like a field of dreams, like where like
Title card.
yeah, and basically he builds this baseball field, and it's like if you build it, he will come, and then you have all these players that come back that were like exiled from baseball for different reasons, and the end of the movie, his dad comes back because his dad played baseball, and he gets to have a final catch with his dad because his dad died like really young and stuff like that, and he like hated his dad when he was in his teenage years and stuff like that, and he just always regretted it his whole life. And he built this baseball field and ultimately got to play catch with his dad one more time. And I don't know, like I just think that the movie is so like
You got to pay attention and you got to understand what's happening. That movie can get very confusing if you're not paying attention.
It
Especially
can, yeah.
when it comes to James Earl Jones' character.
Yeah.
You can get very confused quickly.
He's in a lot of baseball movies now that I think about it.
Dude, he might be one of my
He's in everything you
favorite
like.
people of all time.
He is in a lot of stuff we
genuinely
like.
upset
Big Bang Theory.
when he passed away. I mean, yeah.
He was
He's
fucking
Mufasa.
hilarious in Big
Like, dude,
Bang Theory.
He's a goat. He's a
Yeah.
Mount Rushmore.
He is.
Dude.
He is.
But yeah, I love that
Sounds
movie
like
so
Sandlot.
much. I've seen it so many times, and every time I'm just like, oh, my heart feels like really warm at the end of this movie. So
I don't give a shit what anybody says, like, but I feel like I think that's the best baseball movie.
well, the problem. So I rewatched it. Calling it a baseball movie is kind of a stretch.
That's why I think it's the best baseball movie of all time.
Yeah.
Because it's more than just baseball. Like, and I feel like most baseball movies are like that. When you watch, like, I feel like a lot of football movies, they have, like, subplots, but it's about the football game. Like, a lot of baseball movies are not about the baseball game. That's, like, secondary.
Yeah.
Like, the whole point is that he's building this field to remember the dreams of the field, of the game of baseball, and how life is intertwined with the game of baseball, and how, like, and take it from another movie, but legends never die. And
Good album.
but it makes you really think about life using baseball as, like, a reference.
One of my friends watched the movie, and I'm sure he was not paying attention very well. He was like, that was like a fever dream the whole time I was watching it. Like, what the fuck was going on? I was like, yeah, like you said, he probably wasn't paying attention well enough, but I don't know. There's so much going on. He's, like, low-key just talking to dead people. And then he plays catch with a dead person, so it's like, what the hell?
This guy just took mushrooms or something.
Yeah.
And that's what's going on.
I don't know.
To be fair,
It's
though,
so
then
complex.
All of them have to be dead because they all saw him.
Well, it's so complex, and that's why people think that he is actually dead.
Well, then they're all dead.
Right. Because it would be a...
But then the ending with James Earl Jones doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. But people think that he's dead because it's like him creating a perfect heaven for himself. And then I saw somebody like, oh, yeah, he's like losing money and losing his house in his heaven.
There's got to be some adversity you got to overcome.
We just spoiled this whole movie for him.
Nah,
I mean, I
Not
could
that
kind of
he-
guess what it would be.
Not that he would care too much, but
yeah. But I love this movie. And then getting to the end of that movie, like I said, it just makes me feel so, like, good inside.
Kevin Costner's a motherfucker too, dude. He's in a lot of sports movies, especially baseball movies. He's good as fuck. I
He's
love
in like
Kevin
every
Costner.
sports movie of all time.
Yeah. So that's
Um,
my number 8.
My number 8, I made this list like the day we talked about it. We actually talked about the idea on the podcast when we thought of it. And I had made my list that day originally. I didn't have this on my movie list, but I swapped it out with Pulp Fiction. Only because I didn't really want to talk about Pulp Fiction, to be honest, but I do think that's a good movie. But for my number 8, I have Interstellar, and I got it as an 8.8. I just put down the phenomenal visuals. That black hole scene especially was fucking phenomenal. And it's actually funny, they talked about how like that was before like they had like the picture of the black hole. And it was like, oh, we actually weren't that accurate or whatever. But then they like moved the image and it's like identical to what was in the movie. And it's like, damn, they did a fucking good job of predicting what this black hole was going to look like. That was like one of the most beautifully visual scenes I've ever seen, like ever in a movie. Phenomenal acting by Matthew McConaughey throughout the whole movie, and then the overall story with his daughter and everything was just really good. And I also liked like the young Timothy Chalamet cameo in the beginning. That was pretty cool. I think that was one of his like very first movies. But yeah, overall phenomenal movie. I got it at 8.8.
Excuse me. For my number 8, I have Inglourious Bastards. I think this movie is heavily carried by main characters, but maybe one of the greatest opening scenes to a movie ever.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely murders the milk scene, if you know what I'm talking
Dude,
about.
that scene's so fucked.
Yeah, this was actually like a weird movie, kind of a Pulp Fiction movie for me, where I had to second guess if I liked this film as much as I did. And it's weird because I guess I went into it thinking it was going to be a very classical war movie, and that's not really what it ended up being. There's definitely some like boom and pow scenes in it, and you have some funny accents played by characters who don't have accents and stuff.
Killing Nazis.
Killing Nazis. Are we not saying that? I don't know. Anyway, next.
We're not saying they're good.
What'd you say? You said they're good.
What?
No, but this movie is is a really, really good movie. And now that I say that, like, it's not even, like, carried by specific actors. Like, a lot of the actors are good, but, like, the main villain in it fucking
Dude,
is
holy
so...
shit.
He was on my list of top 10 villains I've ever seen in a movie,
Mhm.
and this movie is really, really good. Speaking of war movies, I don't know if you know this about me. I'm assuming from what we've talked, I really like war movies. They're always long as shit, but I really like them. The acting. Oh, I gave Inglourious Basterds an 8.8, by the way.
Okay.
So I had 3 8.8s in a row. Next movie, war movie. This movie has, I think, one of the best, right back to one of the best scenes I've ever seen in a movie. And just the premise of this movie, like, gets me in my feelings a little bit. I kind of like that about movies when they make me, like, have to, like, think about my feelings. It makes me, like, super stimulated, but it's Saving Private Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
The opening D-Day scene is fucking insane, and, like, the interviews I've seen with people where they've, like, people who were on D-Day watching it being like, it scares me to watch this movie because of how, like, accurate it seemed like it was. Like, just absolutely terrifying.
Good-ass movie.
You open up the hatch and it is just bombs and gunfire. And you're just like, you're drowning, you're diving into sand, you're seeing people with their legs blown off, you watch someone get shot in the face, and you're just like hunkering down praying to your mom.
Mm-hmm. That, like,
And to
scene
your
of them,
God.
of it, like, zooming in on Tom Hanks' face is so just, like, he looks so traumatized in that fucking scene.
Yeah. The journey to get to Private Ryan. I really love this movie. It is fucking long as shit.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon again.
Love Matt Damon.
I fucking love Matt. Back-to-back war movies, but I think well deserved.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah.
Was that 7?
And I think I already kind of said it. The sounds in Saving Private Ryan
Oh,
also
yeah.
are awesome.
With my 7, I got Forrest Gump. This is my second and only 8.8. This is one of the movies that's, like, super easy for me to watch. What?
I forgot to say the fucking ranking again.
Oh, what is
I
it?
gave Saving Private Ryan an 8.9.
Oh, okay.
Not bad.
Yeah, Forrest Gump 8.8. It's just one of those movies that's, like, super easy to watch for me. Like, anytime it's on, I can just throw it on and, like, it feels very, like, episodic kind of, but it's in a movie. And it's just so easy to throw on at any point and just watch it. Love the overall story. Tom Hanks did a fucking incredible job. This is one of the best soundtracks of all time in any movie ever. The incredible camera work on it, especially on the running montage. I love that scene so much of him just running throughout the country or whatever. And I love the war scenes a lot too throughout this movie. Tom Hanks has a lot of war scenes, now that I think about it. Love Bubba. This is one of the few things where it's like they made like a whole restaurant based off of a fucking movie. Bubba Gump Shrimp and Company or whatever. It's a whole fucking restaurant in real life, and it's based off this movie. But yeah, you said it was like 8.7. I gave it 8.8. It's kind of right there.
Yeah, it almost was an 8.8 on my list, but I think it's I put it a hair below. And honestly, it could still be an 8.8, but I don't think it's as good as the Spider-Man movie. And the only reason is because fuck Jenny.
Yeah, dude. Fuck.
I
Jenny.
hate I even her, the actress. I hated her the entire time. I couldn't stand her. If that movie didn't have her in it, I think that movie might be a 9. She pisses me off.
Yeah, but she's so like critical to the story though.
Yeah, and I hate her so fucking much.
Well, yeah, that's the point.
Forrest, I can't buy. Forrest, I can't buy. Forrest, I'm pregnant. Forrest, I'm dying. Take care of this fucking kid. Forrest, we're gonna name this kid after you. I don't know if it's yours or not though.
Now that I can no longer run away from you, here's the kid.
Yeah.
I'm dead now.
Forrest spent his whole life running, and she was the one that was really fucking running.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
You've seen Forrest Gump, right?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
It is not on my list, though.
What the fuck?
I haven't seen it in so long. I kind of just didn't yeah.
You have Forrest Gump on your list, but you
Nope.
have fucking Real Steel.
What would you rank Forrest Gump then?
I don't know. I would like to rewatch it before.
Sub 8.3, I guess.
I would like to rewatch that before I rank it.
The Martian's a good one that I didn't even think about.
We might be hearing that.
Continue.
So number 7, I actually watched this movie yesterday. Put it on my list. I watched Fight Club yesterday.
Okay.
There was a scene at the beginning of this movie where I kind of caught that he was the same person, and like the scene right after
Spoilers.
that contradicted that thought, and then it happened at the end of the movie. I was like, damn, I was catching on to this shit from the beginning. I kind of knew this shit was happening, but I gave Fight Club an 8.5. I thought it was really cool.
3 movies in a row, 8.5.
Yeah, I do have 3 movies in a row at 8.5.
I had 3 8s in a row.
IMDb has it at 8.8. Rotten Tomatoes has it at a
That's so high, dude.
Rotten Tomatoes has it at an 81. I said 8.5. I really like this movie. I wish it was more about the Fight Club. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of was like,
They spent a lot of time in that house.
yeah, but
Making soap.
well, they were in the basement. Oh, you were saying you were
The house where they make soap. That's
Yeah.
what I'm talking about.
okay. Yeah, I don't know. I just was really wanting to see more of the actual Fight Club. I had no idea what this movie was about going into it. Not a singular clue.
Well, I mean, you could. It's about a fight club.
Well, right, but like,
Hey man, first rule.
Yeah, why are you talking about it?
I don't know. You both were silent. Be cool.
we can't talk about it.
I love
I
the scene. I love
remember.
the scene where it's like, I see there's a lot more of you, so you guys have not been following the first rule of Fight Club.
Yeah, I thought that was funny.
Fight Club was one of those movies that was in conversation. I do think
Yeah.
it's.
It's a good movie.
I do think it's mid 8s. It could honestly.
I gave it exactly a mid 8.
I think
Yeah.
it is mid 8s. And the reason we said that about IMDb
Hey, guys, I did
is
good
that
on a list.
IMDb always underscores or overscores everything.
And 8.8 is crazy.
It's not that it's like overscored heavily. There's just so many movies that are underscored that they say are worse than this movie
Yeah.
that are ridiculously not worse than this movie.
Yeah.
But obviously, great movie.
Yeah.
How you feel about the girl?
What do you mean exactly?
Just looking at her. How you feel about it?
Looking at her, I mean, that was something to look at, I guess. I want to talk about when he shot himself.
It's Bellatrix. from
I want
Harry
to talk
Potter.
about when he shot himself because
Oh,
that shit
yeah.
was crazy.
And the girl from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah.
Dude, she's hot as fuck. I don't know. I don't care,
Also,
dude.
that's what you were asking.
Yeah. She's hot.
I thought that's what he was pressing, and you gave like a very movie
Political answer. She's hot, dude. I don't know.
To maybe a little bit needs a shower, but
Yeah, but yeah.
a
she's-
tiny bit should use the soap that they're making. But
Just blow up. I thought it was crazy when he shot himself. How the hell did he not die? I was kind of confused. I was like, didn't he pull the trigger in his fucking mouth?
the whole movie is supposed to be confusing.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
it
all
was.
a fever dream.
Yeah.
That's a fever
Yeah,
dream.
speaking
That's
speaking
movie.
of fever dreams,
All right, I guess I'll move on. My number 6, I put Moneyball.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like this movie could be ranked higher if they didn't leave out so much shit that was in real life of this movie.
yeah.
There's a lot of shit in this movie that is true and like a part of the story, but they left out they had the like a top 3 rotation in baseball. They
I think it's like a 50-50 movie.
yeah. What do you?
Like
50%
real,
Oh,
50%
I got you.
made up stuff for the movie.
50-50 movie.
I thought you were like saying 50-50 like
It was 50%.
yeah,
Like, think
I
it's a
don't know
5
what
out
I
of 10.
thought. I don't know what
Yeah.
you thought. What I thought you meant by that.
Yeah, it
but
is a good movie.
I gave it an 8.6. IMDb has a 7.6, but Rotten Tomatoes has a 94%. I think the acting in this movie is really good. I do think the child actor is meh. I think it's
She
fine.
was in it way more than what she should have been.
Yeah.
I also
I don't
heard.
remember.
I also heard that story is kind of bullshit. They lie about a lot of the players.
Yeah,
Like,
they
me and
had-
were talking about this. and
they had the MVP
He got a little heated when we were talking about.
They had
it.
the-
I wasn't getting heated at you.
I know, but you were getting heated.
I was getting heated at the fact that people just I don't know.
Like, I guess because a lot of the times
just
I
pisses
see
me
people
off,
talk
dude.
about it, it's like David Justice is talking about it, and he's like, "They fucking lied about me for 3 hours."
And
What am I
that's
supposed to
and
do?
that's what I said. I was like, if it's them talking about it, fine, whatever.
Yeah.
But if it's like people that are like critiquing the movie, it's like, yeah, but it's not accurate. I'm like, dude, it's a fucking movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean,
I think it's because they make the movie and they show clips of real things and then cut to the movie. They make it like to a normal person, they're like, "This is what happened," and people are like, "This is not what fucking happened."
Yeah.
Like, and it's crazy too because like of all the stuff they've done this current year, that was 2001 and 2002, 2025, they spent the same amount of money. So we need to remake the movie because they're still doing even dumber shit.
Hey, but they won 20 games in a row with this team. But they also had the Cy Young winner, the MVP.
Yeah, they don't talk about the rookie of the year they had.
Yeah.
Their fucking
Yeah, but it
3
makes a better
all-star
story.
rotations.
Makes a better story when the team's shit.
But the story,
like-
I mean, the story in the movie is a really good story, and it makes
They,
the movie very
super
emotional.
focus on Scott Hadberg for no reason other than they had to make you love him. Love that he's getting shit on to where when he hits that home run, it feels more special.
As
But-
this being a true story, it is not great rating wise, but as it being a movie by itself, it's a phenomenal movie. The last time I watched it, I fucking cried watching it when they won the 20 games. Like, dead ass. Like, and I watched the Cleveland Indians run when they broke their record. That's what they were called then, so I'm going to say that. what
Whoa,
they were
it's called
called then.
crisscross applesauce now, buddy.
Jesus. But just the movie as itself, I think the movie was phenomenal.
Yeah, it is a good movie.
So that was my number 6.
All right. My number 6, I got... What do I got? I got Into the Spider-Verse at an 8.9. And this is why I was like kind of like smirked a little bit because you said Spider-Verse was 8.8 and you said Forrest Gump was 8.7. And it's like it just beat it out. That's kind of what happened on my list, but they were both a point higher. Those who know me, Spider-Man is easily my favorite superhero. To me, this is the best animated movie I've ever seen, personally. Just like an overall incredible Spider-Man story as it is. I think the leap of faith scene is easily, for me, the best animated scene I've ever seen in my entire life. Phenomenal soundtrack. It features some of my favorite artists on the soundtrack. I love the animation design with like the comic book look, and they only got more crazy in the Across the Spider-Verse movie. I love the character design of all the villains. I feel like they took a weird turn with some of them, and I fucking love that. The Prowler is fucking phenomenal. That theme, I don't know if you really remember it or not, but that theme is like the most suspenseful, like just like scary theme ever. Like the thought of getting chased by that with that theme playing scares the shit out of me, dude. Yeah, dude, that theme for the Prowler when he's chasing Miles is so fucking insane. It was just so nerve-wracking that whole time, but overall, this movie is fucking phenomenal. It deserves all the praise it gets. Animation style is great, and I can see why they take fucking years and years to make these movies because they are incredible. And I love Across the Spider-Verse 2, and I cannot wait for whatever the other one is. I think it's called Beyond the Spider-Verse or whatever, but yeah, phenomenal fucking movie.
We're gonna crack into the 9s finally.
Ooh.
So
I think my next one's a 9 too.
I actually have 3 9s in a row.
Just flat 9?
9s, yep.
What the fuck?
I think these movies are like when I really sit down and think about these movies, and I think you're gonna disagree with me, and I think a lot of people would. But when I really sit down and think about them, I think about them in such similar light. Obviously, I'm only gonna do 2, so we're gonna get back to one of them on my next turn. But so the first one I have is Star Wars: Empire Strikes Back. This movie, when it comes to Star Wars, is just went for the more prestigious end.
Mm-hmm.
I think the 4th one does too, and the 6th one a little bit, but they start to get more fun with the 6th one. But this movie is, I don't even know if I need to explain it. We have another podcast where we do anyway. So this movie's a great movie.
Mindtrick Media.
I mean, it's one of those things, like, this movie came out in the fucking 80s or 70s. No, it was 80.
81 or 80. I don't know.
I mean-
It was definitely 80s.
I think it was
I
8.
think it's 77, 80, and 83.
Yeah. Yeah. Sounds right.
Obviously, dude, like, it's just one of those things that, like, Star Wars is what it is for a reason. And this movie is, like, the pinnacle of that. And I really, like, I can see where some people may not think this, but when you, like, watch the movie and, like, appreciate movies, like, I don't even know how to explain it, where there's a sort of, like, a feel to certain movies, especially when they're kind of a little bit older, that they are the classics for a reason. And I feel like this movie is, like, the bread and butter of thinking about classic movies, especially of the, like, the genre it was of that time. Like, there was nothing like it. And They did so many of, this is the first time this happened. This is the first time they've used this. This is the first time an actor did this. And this is the first time that they were doing this with this camera and this thing. There was so much with that. And yeah. So, and this is the movie I think people might disagree with me about, and I feel kind of in a similar light with it, is The Dark Knight. I think is also a 9. There are things about both movies that I can see that people don't like and or could have been better at this, but when it comes down to like the plot and the looks and stuff of the Star Wars movie, and then what this Nolan Batman movie was with the Joker in this movie with Heath Ledger is one of the best performances of all time.
Yeah.
And then on top
Easily.
of that, the technology, the CGI, the suits, the costumes, they just weirdly, because someone on one of these couches hasn't seen it, it's kind of hard to talk about specific things that happen. But there are things, especially when you know the backstory of what was happening with Heath Ledger, and some of the scenes that make that movie so much better. Like I know the hospital scene with the button. That is one of the best stories I've ever heard from a movie. Like while being on set. And I bet you, from the look he gave me, he probably disagrees with where I ranked this, but
Have you seen my list?
we're not talking about you. Yeah, I think The Dark Knight, if you've seen it, should be in everybody's top 10.
Just taking shots all day,
Unless
guys.
you've seen like every fucking movie ever, you might not have it. But when it comes to the style of superhero film that they went with and the way it was shot and the scenes, it's just a fantastic movie.
This movie was so good it ruined DC for a decade.
It also ruined Batman
Yeah.
because everybody had to go the route of Batman being what Batman is in that movie, because you just couldn't go another way because people became so attached to it.
It's all got to be dark and gritty and fucking crime fight and shit because of
They
how
literally-
good this movie was.
They literally just erased the blue and the gray from Batman.
Which James Gunn,
Yeah,
bringing it back.
I have
Hopefully.
high hopes.
Hopefully.
Maybe it'll even be better than The Dark Knight.
Oh, that'd be fucking great. I don't think it will be. That'd be great.
I don't think it will because of the principle of it being a comic book movie.
Yeah.
But
I think it'll be a great
I think it
superhero
could be
movie.
a better Batman movie, if that
Yeah,
makes sense.
probably, yeah.
But not a better overall movie. But anyway, yep.
All right.
That's
Well,
my 6 and 5.
I'm
Nines.
cracking into the 9s as well. With my number 5, I've got it at a 9.1, and I have The Silence of the Lambs. For me, this is easily the best horror movie I've ever seen. The performance Anthony Hopkins gives as Hannibal Lecter was fucking incredible. Won the Oscar, absolutely deserved it. Genuinely just like felt creeped out anytime he was on the screen. Like it just always felt like I was being like watched. Like I knew it was a movie, but it felt like he was fucking there, and I was like actually being watched at him, like being hunted. Jodie Foster's performance was fucking incredible as Clarice. She did an incredible job. Loved her the entire movie. Also love her accent. The acting in this movie was peak in general. Great story. Phenomenal dialogue. They all just do really good. Buffalo Bill's fucking creepy as shit too. Just a great movie, and by far the best horror movie I've ever seen personally. But yeah, got it at a 9.5. I mean 9.1.
Jeez. Like,
Not 9.5, not
We jumped
9.5.
to the nines real quick.
I have it at 5 out of 9.1.
And so, since you brought this up, because I didn't know this was gonna be on your list, this was one of the movies I was saying to you guys, and I was kind of explaining at the meeting where I think that this movie is like an 8-9, but I haven't seen it in fucking years.
I've watched it like 5 times this year.
Really?
Yeah.
But at the
It's so
same
good,
time,
dude.
like it was kind of like your Pulp Fiction thing, where I'm like, I'd rather talk about these other movies.
Yeah, I just didn't want to talk
because
about
I've
Pulp
seen
Fiction.
them recently more, and I feel like maybe like some of them don't get talked about enough, especially like Whiplash, where I think Silence of the Lambs probably is a better movie than Whiplash, but I like Whiplash better, so like I would rather have talked about that. But I think Silence of the Lambs is definitely
It's
in
so
that
good.
ballpark.
Like I had Pulp Fiction on my list at an 8.9, but I just because it would have been on there obviously with that rating, but I took it off because I just didn't really feel like talking about it, to be honest.
That's probably gonna be a movie I rewatch soon.
Silence.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just because like
It's fucking
especially the
good,
way
dude.
you're talking about it, like I already was thinking in my head it was like an 8-9.
Dude,
So like
it's
there probably isn't a way that it's gonna go down. If
It's
I
so
rewatch
fucking
it.
good, dude.
But sorry, go ahead.
So my number 5, I actually have a war movie, and I don't know if either one of you would think I would have a war movie on this list. I'm not the biggest fan of war movies. I kind of just, I don't know. I don't know if it's like,
It's always long.
yeah,
They are always pretty long.
I don't know, but I watched this movie and emotionally was attached to this movie and thought the acting was phenomenal. I put Hacksaw Ridge at my number 5.
This is a good fucking movie, dude.
I gave it an 8.7. IMDb has it at an 8.1 and Rotten Tomatoes has it at an 84.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew Garfield is phenomenal in this movie.
He's such a good fucking actor.
He really is. Like I said, I've never been so emotionally attached to a war movie until I watched this movie. I don't think I've seen that many war movies. Like, I haven't seen Saving Private Ryan, so that's probably going to change my list again. This whole video is me changing my list in the future.
But no, this is good though because you can look and see
have
what
a
we've
base.
seen
Yeah.
and have ideas of comparisons.
Yeah.
Like, I think we both think, as much as he really likes Hacksaw Ridge and I do too, I think Saving Private Ryan is a better war movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I'd probably rather watch Hacksaw Ridge, to be honest.
it's a lot shorter.
It is a
tell you
lot
that.
shorter, and I love Andrew Garfield.
Yeah.
I thought Andrew Garfield was phenomenal, and like I said, I really like this movie. Had me emotional watching this movie, and I can't say that for a lot of war movies. Granted, I haven't seen very many of them, so. But
Yeah.
so my number 4, I actually have an animated movie. It's an anime movie, actually. Technically, you can watch it as the TV show or as a movie, but I have Demon Slayer: The Mugen Train arc. I know neither one of you have seen Demon Slayer. I have it at an 8.8. IMDb has it at an 8.2, and Rotten Tomatoes has it at an 87. It is the highest rated animated movie, anime movie of all time. I think that the Infinity Castle movie could pass that. That's the movie that comes out in September.
You're gonna go watch that?
I am going to go watch that.
You can give us a review.
I can.
Yeah.
The one knock I have to this movie is, I said you can watch it in episode format or in movie format. I think the movie format's better, but they leave out the first episode. And it was to be like, watch this episode and then come watch this movie in theaters. And I don't know. I feel like it just should have been in the movie. I think it's really stupid that it's not, because it basically...
Marketing, babe.
It is. But it basically introduces you to the main Hashira that's in the movie.
Mhm.
And that's like the Demon Slayers that are supposed to be the best of the best. It introduces you to him, and when you just watch the movie, it kind of takes away from him a little bit. But oh yeah, I was watching this movie, didn't even think I would get emotional watching an anime movie. It's one of the first animes I've watched, and I went to the theaters because they re-released it. It came out in 2020. They re-released it. I just watched it a couple months ago, and I was like, oh my god, they defeated the demon, it's over. And then me not knowing there's still 45 minutes left in the movie. And I watched this last 45 minutes. The heart is fucking thumping in my chest the whole fucking time. And then you think, I know you guys don't really particularly care if I spoil, you think that he wins and beats this demon. And I've told you guys before, the demons are ranked. They have the top 12 or whatever. And upper 3 showed up. So the third best demon shows up in the last 45 minutes, and you think that this dude's beating him and he's gonna beat this demon, and you get this explosion that happens, and it looked like he beat him, and then all of a sudden it cuts back when the smoke clears and motherfucker's got a fist in his fucking chest, and his fist being in his chest is the only reason why he's still alive. And basically daybreak's about to happen and the demons can't be out during the day, and then the demon escapes and the guy just sits there and bleeds out. And he's talking to the main character about how he's gonna be this special demon slayer in the future and shit. And dude, it was so fucking emotional. It was ridiculous. So I have that at number 4.
Yeah. I don't really have anything to add. I don't know anything really about
I got
Demon
something
Slayer.
that you guys can't
Yeah, I know.
comment on.
First movie.
Awesome.
But yeah, I think this is my number 4 now. I have it at a 9.2, and I have The Dark Knight. The reason I looked at you because I thought you were gonna have it a little higher. That's why I looked at you like that.
I think. Oh, go ahead. Say what you're saying.
I wrote down just easily the best superhero movie ever made. The best acting performance I've ever seen in a superhero movie by Heath Ledger. R.I.P. Obviously, easily the best performance by a superhero movie. Great overall story, great performances across the board, but the shit that Heath Ledger did to portray this character, just it will never be matched ever again. I don't know how they're ever going to do Joker correctly ever again because of how he did this shit. They might have to do take a completely different twist on it or whatever, but he just kills this role to perfection. If you've seen some of the shit about like what he was going through, like off screen shit, like with his like weird ass diary and shit like that, like he was going through hell to perform like this, and he did a fucking phenomenal job and just made this movie 10 times better than it probably would have been in general anyway. But yeah, 9.2, that's where I got it at.
I ended up moving. I think I had it originally at 9.1. I ended up moving it down because I low-key, like, I agree with the statement of that it's a better movie than it is a Batman movie.
Yeah.
And I don't like how that movie is like Batman, The Dark Knight, and the villain carries that movie.
Yeah.
And it's nothing against Christian Bale because I like Christian Bale, and
good actor.
I think that his Bruce Wayne is good. I think typically when I think of someone, I think of a little bit like stockier guy for Batman. But I just realized the mic was here. Sorry about that. I think his Batman voice may be one of the worst ever. It's fucking terrible. And I don't think his Batman is like the best Batman that we've gotten.
Yeah, no.
Movie-wise, yes. But that's why I ended up knocking it down because I think it doesn't portray Batman that well. And
yeah.
But the movie's still that good. Like, it's a 9. Like,
yeah.
I could even say, like, a 9.1 or even a 9.2 is not a bad rating. It obviously depends
Nolan
on
is
your
just so
rating.
good. Nolan's just fucking incredible, dude.
But yeah, I had it a little bit lower just because, like I said, Star Wars, I think those movies are very comparable in my head, at least. And speaking of another 9, I cheated a little bit. And I kind of told them about this. There is a certain trilogy of movies that neither of them have seen, so they can't even refute me. So,
wrong.
It's the Lord of the Rings
we don't
trilogy.
allow your cheating.
And when I think of these movies, I think one of the movies is like around a 9 or a 9.1. One of the movies is around like a 9.1 or a 9.2, and one of the movies is around like an 8.9. So, I just wrote the trilogy as a 9. I think that's fair. I don't think anybody's going to yell at me unless they want to. These movies, and especially about what they're about, there's elves and orcs and giants and hobbits. Dragons. Well, there isn't really a dragon in that. There's a dragon in The Hobbit.
Oh, well, same universe.
Which I heard is not very good.
Yeah.
But these movies are, like, it's one of those things that people told me how good they were. And to be fair, I love that kind of scenery, the nights and
Because it took you that long to watch it.
Because they're fucking 4 hours. And also, first time watch through, I watched all the extended editions, which was insane.
That's what I haven't.
I was there. I watched them all in one day.
What?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
I watched 2 of them in the same day, and then I was gonna watch the third one and went, no fucking
I'm not
way.
working a 12-hour shift watching movies, all right?
Legitimately, it was a 12-hour shift. But I watched the first 2 in the same day, and then watched the other one the next day. Actually, I might have taken a day break in between them because I was down bad.
I need some time.
And so this is what I will say. The reason, too, for me putting them all kind of together, I kind of look at them as one giant movie just because of how I watched them. And obviously, it's a continuous story, so it's kind of built that way anyway. But just making you feel like you're in the world is fucking just... they do it so well. The costumes are fantastic. The acting is great. Honestly, I was surprised at how much I liked them. Now, I'm not going to wear ears and, like, read the books or anything, but... these movies are really fucking good, and I think honestly because of their time, like a lot of people haven't seen them, and they get a little kind of not necessarily downplayed, but they don't get as much light as they should because of how long they are. And like perfect example is like the extended editions; they were supposed to be longer, so
insane.
These movies are fantastic, and that's one of those things that, like, when I think of some of the best movies of all time that are, like, legit, like, best films for everybody of all time, like, I think of The Dark Knight, I think of Lord of the Rings, and I think of Star Wars in that type of category. And that's why I think they're so similar in the sense that, like, I even almost had them all at 9.1s at one point. And then I ended up doing just a 9 because of I kind of talked myself in and out of fucking ratings like a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, these movies are really good. I would recommend them, but I feel like they're gonna have to be landed on that fucking wheel for us to fucking watch them.
I mean,
But-
I'd watch them, but they're just so fucking long, dude.
They're so good though.
like, fuck me, dude.
A lot of characters in them too.
Yeah.
It's hard to remember stuff sometimes.
Yeah.
Shout out Liv Tyler. Anyway,
Shout out Elijah Wood. Almost had my name. Elijah W. Close.
I just realized I had to go back to back. Next movie, jumping up a little bit. I don't know. I've switched the rating on this. It's either a 9.2 or a 9.3. Whatever. It's 9.2.5. I have Oppenheimer. For some reason, I guess people hate this movie.
It's just so long.
Like, and I get that, but like, all the greatest movies are long as shit.
Yeah.
But movie came out last year, didn't
Well,
it?
yeah, but the longer movies that are older, they've seen them when they were older. But now that it's like the younger generation, this came out in 2023.
Yeah. Well,
TikTok brain.
sorry, we don't have TikTok.
Yeah, you
on
got
here.
TikTok brain. You got a Subway Surfer just next to the fucking bomb.
Yeah. Dude, the sounds, the sights, the acting. Cillian Murphy fucking murders this role.
Mm-hmm.
RDJ is great in this movie. Fucking Matt Damon is great
Yeah.
in this movie. There's so
Roderick
many.
Heffley.
Yeah.
Devin Bostic.
Dude, I don't think there was a bad actor or actress in this fucking
Florence
movie. They
Pugh
were
did a good
all
job.
so good.
Looked great as well.
Yeah. Emily Blunt.
Yep.
Yeah, I always fuck up. Start getting the British people, and I just start fucking mixing up names.
Yeah.
Emily Blunt's great. Dude, like that. This is the thing with it. The movie is so good, and it's one of those things too. I think it's because I also love history, but I was glued to this movie, and to me, it could have been longer, and I would have been okay with it. And I know that's saying a lot, but
Fuck.
that's how glued I was to this movie. Like, at no point was I bored, wanted to check the time at all. Like, this movie was so good.
Yeah.
And if you count it, probably the best war movie I've ever seen. If it's counted as a war movie.
I don't know if I would count as a war movie. It's about.
Tangential
It's around
movie.
war.
Yeah.
What'd you give it?
9.2.5.
Gotta pick one.
I wrote 9.2.
Okay. I also have Oppenheimer at a 9.2. I just wrote down I went and saw it in theaters. Easily the best theater experience I've ever had. This movie, dude, when that bomb dropped in this movie, it legit felt like there was a bomb going off in the theater. As like, I don't know if you've ever seen Final Destination 4. Have you seen that?
I think I've only seen the first two.
Okay, well, in Final Destination 4, there's a scene where they're watching a movie and an explosion happens, and then something behind the screen blows up, and it fucking, the screen goes
yeah.
like that. That's legit what it felt like. Like, I got jump scared so fucking hard. And it might be like an exaggeration, but I could have swore there was like wind. Like, when this bomb
So
hit in
loud
this
the
movie theater.
speakers put off like a sound wave.
It
I
might
could
have,
feel
dude.
it.
I don't know. It might have been, dude. When this bomb went off, I felt it.
And to be fair, they do such a great job of making them have simple, monotone conversations.
Yeah.
And then a complete silence. My TV, I have like a new TV. The thing was on like 55. I think my window shook.
Dude, that's what fucked it up in the theaters, because like there's that big silence where you see the bomb coming, and it's just complete silence, and then the blast hits you, and it's just
But before the blast, you get that like wind, and
Yeah.
they're like, it's like whoosh, and I was like, oh man, kadoosh, and I was like, oh shit.
I legit was like in the theater seat, dude. Like, it was
Dude,
so
it was crazy.
fucking loud.
So, I live in an apartment. TV was on like 55, so it felt like 110.
Yeah.
11:40 at night.
Oh,
Pitch
you're a-
black. The only light in the room was the TV. I think it echoed.
It probably
It was
did, dude.
Insane, dude.
So just think about how crazy that was. Think about it in an IMAX theater.
So in 2045, we're gonna go rewatch it for the 100th anniversary of World War II, right? I feel like they have to put it in theaters, right?
That's crazy.
If they-
There'll
if they-
probably a 10-year anniversary in
if they
2034.
re-release this movie at any point, I'm going.
I'm going.
it was by far the best theater experience I've ever had. But yeah, great acting, great dialogue overall. Like they had like it was like very monotone conversations. I feel like that's what people like. They say it's boring is because of that.
Yeah, dude,
but I don't think that was a bad thing.
You gotta like care. You gotta understand physics and astrophysics.
Could you do?
A teeny bit, huh?
So could you do?
I took a physics I took an astronomy class that was taught by an astrophysicist, so I knew a little bit.
Damn, he was kind of bumping down, wasn't he?
Fuck yeah, he was. He's written like 5 textbooks. That dude was a fucking border. Like they have conventions. He goes. When the James Webb was launched, he was there.
Damn.
He was in a building and they were watching it.
What the fuck is he teaching astronomy for?
Because he gets paid.
I mean, I would hope. Yeah.
But dude, yeah.
Funny we both got it at 9 too. But yeah, this movie was
You know what's gonna be
fucking
even
incredible.
funnier is that our top 2 are the same movies. I think.
Yeah,
Not mine.
definitely
Yeah,
not yours.
dude.
I haven't even cracked the 9s yet, and I'm on my number 3.
Do you have any nines?
I mean, honestly,
Oh, I
good
have
for you
two.
because
I have
you
two.
haven't seen a lot of 9s. So
I have number 3. I have another fever dream on my list because it's about dreams. It's about fever dreams. I have Inception at number 3.
what was it ranked?
8, 9.
This is one me and him haven't seen.
I gave it an 8.9. IMDb has it at an 8.8, and Rotten Tomatoes has it at an 87. So pretty much on par with them.
Don't get into spoilers.
Yeah,
I know a little bit.
I know.
You want, me
The
to
movie-
you want me to tell? I'll say what I know about it as an outsider, to where you can't spoil.
Go for it.
Basically, this guy has dreams.
Don't we all?
No, that's already wrong. It's already
Whatever.
kind of wrong, I guess.
Yeah, but they're like dreams. And
Well,
basically, he like spins a top, and he knows that he's like in this fantasy world if the top is spinning, and when the top's not spinning, he knows he's not. In the end of the movie, he spins his ring, and like they try to figure out if he's living his happily ever after, but the ring is we don't know what's going on. It's a lot of movies about stuff happens when it like he basically can make things happen, but it's not a real world.
Okay.
You want to go ahead?
Deception.
I don't think anything you said was correct.
I mean, I haven't seen it, so,
So
that's right.
he does have a top that he spins, and if it continuously, if it does,
said nothing.
so in his dream, in the dreams that, so he has a machine that puts everybody to sleep. That's what happens. So they're in dreams, like real dreams, and he has this top. They all have their own like thing. He has a top spinner. If he spins it in his dreams, that bitch does not stop spinning. It just keeps going. If he spins it in real life, it'll fall over. So he goes in and out of dreams so much, being forced in and out of dreams, that he has this little thing to make sure that he's like in real life or not. And at the end of the movie, what Tyler was mentioning, you kind of don't get a real answer if he's in the dream or not.
Oh, great.
You kind of gotta.
It's one of those. You watch it 5 times, you have 5 different explanations. You don't know what.
I watched it
fucking the
when
end
I
is.
watched it for the first time. I
It's
watched
like
it.
The Sopranos.
I watched it 3 times in the first week. I watched it. I haven't watched it since.
What the fuck?
Every time I watched it, I noticed something different.
You're gonna love some of these movies we get to.
This
You're
this
gonna get
movie
to
was
show you.
fucking crazy. There was so much going on. Like I said, I watched it 3 times to see like more things in this movie. I want to look up this theory that people have. So he like had a wife that ended up killing herself because she thought she was in a dream. Whatever. That's all I'm gonna say. Fuck. But there's different scenes where he's wearing a wedding ring. Leonardo DiCaprio, he's wearing a wedding ring and not wearing a wedding ring. And people are trying to people think that that's when he's awake and not awake.
That's what I meant. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Is the wedding ring thing.
But he does do the top spinner at the end of the movie, and that's the last thing you see.
Yeah, I
And-
conflated that with the wedding ring
Right.
thing.
But there's a theory when I can't remember if he has it on, he's in the dream or not. I can't, one or the other. But
I think he has it on.
it's very.
in the-
I think he has it
I don't know
on.
why I'm saying it.
I
don't
think
know.
he has it on in the dreams, but not outside of the dreams. I'd have to rewatch it and like watch for it. But phenomenal acting in this movie, fucking crazy. They go in at the end of the movie. They go into a dream within that, a dream within that, and everything has consequences, obviously, and it's fucking nuts. Like obviously, there's so much more I could talk about, but I don't want to spoil you guys. It is a really good movie, but I have it on an 8.9. I would like to rewatch it as well, but it's pretty on par with the critics' ratings.
Is that the only Leo movie you've seen?
Titanic?
He's never seen Titanic.
You talk about this movie like it's the greatest of all time, but it's not on your fucking list.
I think it's a mid-8. I don't think
Oh,
it's. I don't think it's an
okay.
8-8 though. I think it's a
Okay.
mid-8. It won like 7 fucking Oscars,
I think
and
it
it
was
was for
7.
a reason.
Yeah.
That movie's really good, but I don't think it's better than any of the movies we've said.
Okay.
I think it's like a mid-8s.
So my number 2, I have The Martian.
So good, dude.
I
So good.
finally cracked the 9s. I have it at a 9.
Yeah, it's a good fucking movie. I forgot
IMDb
about
has
that
it
movie.
at an 8. Rotten Tomatoes at 91. I think
An
this
8?
movie, an 8.
They're hating,
I know.
dude.
I think this movie's phenomenal.
It's fucking great.
I think it's a mid-8. I
Yeah.
think it's like an 8.4.
Yeah.
I gave it a 9. It's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Easily.
Dude, I'm just
Easily.
gonna say this. Matt Damon's my favorite actor.
I think
he's up there.
I've accidentally realized that. Because I've always loved Matt Damon. I've always
Yeah.
loved Brad Pitt, and I've always loved Leonardo DiCaprio, which is crazy because they're kind of similar in the sense of what movies they do. But I've slowly realized how much I fucking love Matt Damon.
He's easily top 3 for me.
Yeah.
Easily.
he's not 3.
I haven't even seen
Yeah, he
some
ain't
of
3.
his better movies.
We'll get to that.
We'll get to
Which
that
is
one
crazy,
in a minute.
which is crazy, and I love him as an actor. He's phenomenal in the movie. The movie's phenomenal. Oh my god, dude! I couldn't even say. I don't even know what to say. I just think
It's
it's
just such a good
phenomenal.
fucking
It's
movie,
so
dude.
good.
I could watch that movie 15 times in a row.
Yeah,
It's so good.
I just rewatched it recently. I fucking love this movie. I've watched it twice with my girlfriend. She's cried both times watching it.
She's just crying at every movie.
She is crying at every movie.
Do you want to say your number 1 just because I'm like 106% sure ours are the same?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. I have Empire Strikes Back at 1.
Okay.
The most iconic villain of all time. I Am Your Father. One of the craziest moments of all time in cinema. I have it at a 9.3. Here, let me pull it up. I got all the numbers. I have it at a 9.3. IMDb 8.7. Rotten Tomatoes 93. I have it at a 9.3. I think it's the best written Star Wars movie. It's not my favorite Star Wars movie. It's the best written one. It's up there for favorites for me.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely in the upper half for sure. Love this movie. Phenomenal. When it came out, phenomenal. Like it's it's number 15. It's like somewhere from 12 to 20 still of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Phenomenal movie.
Yeah.
So you guys can go duke it out at the end, I guess.
We'll duke it out. We're going to be agreeing the whole fucking time.
I changed the ratings for these 2 movies, I think 9 times.
Oh, I put them down immediately and didn't even think about it.
I changed them a lot.
Like up and down? Or?
Up and down a lot.
All right. Well, my number 2, Good Will Hunting. I have this at a 9.4.
Okay.
I think this is like slowly became my favorite movie to watch, like of all time. Every single time I watch it, I have cried. I've watched it, I think 6 times since I've first seen it, and I've cried every single time. Just peak acting from Robin Williams and Matt Damon. This is, for me, and I love The Martian. I think this is Matt Damon's best movie, like, by far. Him and Ben Affleck wrote the movie, and they're actually the youngest actors to ever win an Oscar. They didn't win it for being actors, but they were the youngest people to win Oscars for writing the movie. And then Robin Williams won an Oscar for Best Supporting Actor, which he fucking deserved. Just this, for me personally, this movie just hits me on like just a super deep level. And if you've seen the movie, you can, I mean, you don't even have to know me. You'd probably understand why. This movie is just super fucking deep, and I love this movie so much, and there's nothing that could ever stop me from watching this movie at any point. Like, if you threw it on, I would watch it right now, all the way through. I also love Boston accents. And
I think that's a stretch. But
dude, I love Boston accents. He's so good with his Boston accent in this movie, dude. It's such a good fucking movie. But yeah, I got it at 9.4. No competition for me.
So do you want me to do my double?
Sure.
So, and the reason I kept switching them around is because I've slowly realized that these are my 2 favorite movies of all time. Nothing comes close to them, and I put them at the same rating.
What'd you give him?
I have a double 9.5
Okay.
for Good Will Hunting and Gladiator.
Yep. I have Gladiator at a 9.5 as well.
I don't think there's, and the reason I actually originally had Gladiator at a 9.6 and Good Will Hunting at a 9.7, and then I bumped them down I bumped Good Will Hunting down to a 9.6 and then bumped them both down just because, like, 9.6 to me is like, I mean, according to IMDb, that'd be the greatest movie of all time.
Mhm.
And, like, there are a ton of movies I haven't seen.
Shit, according to IMDb, these are the greatest movies of all time based off all ratings. The highest rated movie is a 9.3.
That's what I mean. Like, and so when I gave it a 9.6, I was like, okay, I want to give because like if there is a movie that I watch later that is better than
That's
them,
why I did 9.4 and
I'm gonna give it a
9.5.
9.8. So
Yeah.
I ended up doing, and I think I like it being a 9.5. I like the number 5, but I think these are easily the two best movies I've ever seen.
Same.
I haven't cried, kind of in general, but also I don't know the last time I cried to a movie. There's been 2 movies that made me cry maybe in the last like 5 years. 2, and this was one of them.
Yeah.
Where like,
Hold on. It was so funny because he had never seen this movie, and I have been talking about it for mad long since I first saw it, like 8 months ago or whatever it was. And we had got off work and came here and started watching a bunch of movies and TV shows and shit, and that was the last movie we watched. It was like fucking 8 p.m. when we started or some bullshit. So we finished at like 10 p.m. and we had been watching movies the whole time, so we were like mad tired. But it was funny because it ended and we were both kind of like,
we watched every credit.
yeah, the whole thing, and we sort of just like sat there and like didn't say a word, and we just, you could tell we were both like just dealing with our emotions. And we were like, all right, see ya, and then I just left.
So you guys just kissed.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I sat up and went, well,
Good night.
try not to cry. Good night.
Dude, that drive home was fucking like euphoric.
I cried when you left.
I was crying on the way home. Such a good movie.
I don't want to
dude.
spoil anything,
I'm
but
not going to talk about the movie. It's just
the
so fucking
way
good.
Robin Williams talks about, I want to cry right now.
Dude,
thinking
yeah,
about it.
yeah.
The
I don't
way
want to get
that
too deep
Robin
about it. I'll
Williams
cry right now.
talks about his relationship with his wife hits me at so many different levels of emotions, and like not even just emotions but morals too, of how like I feel about life and relationships and stuff like that. And there's a specific scene when they're not spoiling, talking about the Boston Red Sox.
Dude, that scene's so fucking... That's
And
one of the best scenes of all
when
time.
he answers,
I think I've seen that scene actually.
It's so good.
dude, when Robin Williams gives his answer, I immediately was like, "You motherfucker!"
Dude, the scene that does it for me is at the end when he's like leaned up against the thing, just chilling. Matt Damon is, and Robin Williams is like, "It's not your fault," and Matt Damon's like, "Yeah, I know, it's whatever.
It's not your fault.
It's not your fault." He's like, "Yeah, man, I understand."
I started.
But
I
it's-
cried
So
out
I
of my
found out what
left
that
eye to
Family
where-
Guy reference is.
yeah,
I cried out of my left eye to where he couldn't see me crying.
dude, I was you didn't look back. Thank God you didn't look back, because it was just. I was just like, stone cold.
Don't look at me. Hold on.
Yeah, just give me a second. All right,
Dude,
fuck.
like,
It's not your fault.
and to be fair, I had Gladiator at 2 and Good Will Hunting at 1. I think Good Will Hunting is my favorite movie of all time. Gladiator,
favorite
the
by
only
far.
reason why it is because I feel more emotionally attached to Good Will Hunting. Gladiator's a fucking great movie. I saw people talking shit about Gladiator the other day, and I wanted to fucking stab them.
I don't know how you
Sorry.
can watch that movie and think it's a bad movie.
Dude, the scene...
Or even that it's an alright movie.
Number 1, costumes, awesome. Maybe some of the best costumes I've ever seen in
That's
movies.
what I wrote down.
Number 2,
I literally
fucking
said the costume design might be the best I've ever seen.
Russell Crowe, fantastic.
Mhm.
Joaquin Phoenix, piece of shit, fantastic.
Yep.
Dude, going back to love history, love the idea of the medieval, that kind of shit. I love, not even medieval, fucking before then. I love that kind of shit. Ancient Romans, ancient Greeks. I love that shit. This movie just puts you into that world so well. And then the scene with his family, I don't want to spoil.
Yeah.
Immediately, I was half crying and wanted to fucking do some things to people. We go later on into the movie, and dude, with the final scene, without spoiling, dude, I would have bowed to him.
Yeah.
That one of the greatest leaders in a movie ever. Just one of the most I can't even say enough of just what that character embodies as a leader. Makes me want to stand up and salute while watching a movie. I will fight for this fucking guy.
Yeah.
Give me a sword and shield. I'll be on the fucking line.
That's why I got it as my number one. Because Good Will Hunting's by far my favorite movie. Like that shit just does something to me whenever I watch it. But I think as far as movie goes, Gladiator is like the peak fucking cinema that I've ever seen.
Have you guys both seen the second one?
I heard
I
it's
put it
fucking
on.
terrible.
I didn't like what I
They
saw.
put sharks in the Coliseum, and I'm like, I'm out.
My cover photo is fucking Good Will Hunting on Facebook. That's a good fucking
Honestly,
scene too.
Fuck the wheel. You should just watch. We can watch it right now.
Yeah, you want to put it on right now?
No,
What do you got
okay.
going on?
Need tissues.
Speaking of the wheel, last week we rolled and did the spin the wheel, whatever, and landed on Wolf of Wall Street. I think. Are you gonna be able to get that done for next week?
Yeah.
Okay. Next week we will be talking about Wolf of Wall Street more in depth. I went through it a little bit, but since he's gonna be watching it for the first time, we'll talk about that more a little bit. But yeah, is that all you had to say about Gladiator?
I mean, if you let me keep talking, I'll keep talking, but
easily the best movie I've ever seen
I think those
on all aspects.
And that's the thing. Those two movies, I literally can't think of a better movie that I've been more attached to and couldn't say enough good stuff about. And that's the thing.
I can't say one bad thing about Good Will Hunting. Literally not one thing.
the accents, but they're funny.
I love the accents.
No,
And I love the English girl too.
that yeah,
Her accent's
me
good as
being
fuck.
angry at what he chooses to do, but knowing why he.
Yeah, but that's why that makes the end so much better.
Like, this is such one of those movies too that it low key tells the guy's perspective of being in a relationship that you don't see a lot.
Yeah.
And I know that sounds super like it's gonna sound fucked up when I say it, but like I think guys go through emotions that women kind of don't understand. And this movie
Nails it.
what is maybe the
Fucking nails it.
greatest like visual of how a male thinks about a relationship.
The movie is just so simple. Like, there's no big,
Yeah, dude,
flashy anything in this movie.
Nothing.
It's just
It
fucking
doesn't
perfect.
Need there doesn't need to be explosions or
Yeah.
like crazy scenes. Like it's just, sometimes dialogue and feelings are just
Dude,
how you make a movie.
I don't know if they've written any more movies, but they need to.
I know Ben Affleck's written a shit ton.
Yeah.
Because Ben Affleck almost got like blackballed out of Hollywood until he started writing movies. No one would hire him to
the
be
hell?
an actor.
That scene of Ben Affleck talking to Matt Damon when they're like after the construction job, or whatever, and he's like,
Yeah, and
dude,
they're drinking a beer.
yeah, dude, that scene is so fucking good, dude. This movie's just fucking peak,
And then the
dude.
parallel at the end of the movie, I
And
was
he-
like,
dude,
motherfucker.
He's like, and he just smiles and walks
And
away.
then he leaves. Then I want to keep saying shit, but I was like,
Dude.
when they
it's
showed
so
Robin
good.
Williams at the end, and you see him drive away, I was like,
You know that line was improvised at the end where he's like, "Son of a bitch, stole my line." That was improvised.
Really?
That wasn't in the script. He just said that.
Be Robin Williams.
I know,
Fucking
dude.
love Robin Williams.
And yeah, we watched like the end credits where it's him just driving for like 5 minutes straight.
Dude, that's one of those things too. Like, I feel like somebody would be like, "Man, they didn't show them reuniting. You didn't need to."
Didn't need to.
The
we know how it
the
goes.
decision was the end
Yeah,
of the
we
movie.
knew what was gonna happen after that movie.
Oh my god, dude, I want to cry.
Dude, I want to watch it so bad. It's such a good fucking movie, man. I could, yeah, dude.
Dude, honestly, fuck the wheel. You gotta watch those two movies.
Fuck.
Well,
man.
finish that. Watch those two movies. We'll talk about all three of them next time.
That's a lot of movies.
A lot of movies.
I could do it. I know I could. But yeah, that was our top 10 list, rated and ranked and all that. I could talk about Good Will Hunting for fucking ever, dude. It's such a good movie. If you haven't seen it, please God watch that
I
fucking
think it's
movie.
the most underrated movie of all time just because of that.
Yeah, I honestly hadn't really heard of it.
IMDb has that an 8.3. IMDb
That's
can
bullshit.
Shove a fucking dick. No, it was gonna be too much.
Gladiator's like an 8.4.
I think Gladiator's an 8.5.
That's
which
still
is
bullshit.
criminally underrated.
Both of those are fucking bullshit. Whoever gave Good Will Hunting an 8.3, fuck you. All right, I'm gonna say it.
I
Go fuck
guarantee
yourself.
you, it was a bunch of hard ass like dudes that are like, my feelings aren't like they're never validated. Fuck you.
You cried?
You
Pussy?
cried? Yeah. Fuck you.
Fuck you. All right.
You need a therapist. Piece of shit.
You need Robin Williams.
Cry a little bit, you fuckers. Experience life.
Watch Good Will Hunting,
Have a girlfriend. Something.
and you better enjoy it. If not, I don't like you anymore.
touch grass.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, back to what we were talking about. That was our top 10 movies rated and ranked. I enjoyed this a lot. I love talking about movies in general, but yeah. I hope you enjoyed our list. You probably didn't.
Mine.
Yeah, his probably most, but you never know.
I respect that you didn't make a bunch of movies like high mid nines though.
Yeah.
I
Like
only
you
had,
gave things low.
You gave him some-
low
you gave
end.
I only
some
had
room.
2 in the 9s.
Yeah, you gave some room for future movies, so I like that.
What was your number 2?
Martian.
A 9.
I think that's maybe a little bit more than I want, but like your Star Wars one, like both the movies that you picked are both great movies to be.
And then Inception was
Up
my
there.
3.
I think I would give the Martian like an 8.6, 8.5, something like that.
I think it's 8.5. Yeah.
I think that's a really good fucking movie.
I think it's more of like I think it's hard when there's one guy just doing everything.
Yeah, but it's Matt Damon.
Yeah, it's just
He just kills it, dude.
Yeah, dude, if that was anybody else, it would have been an 8.
Yeah.
Maybe lower.
But yeah. Comment below some of your favorite movies that didn't make our list, or whatever you think is like the greatest movie of all time that wasn't on our list. If it is, we probably haven't seen it, like Shawshank and shit
or
like that.
For example, like there were some things that we just like Pulp Fiction, Silence of the Lambs, movies that like
Everything.
that just get left off, and they don't really mean to be left off, but it's a top 10, and it's. I know we're all kind of similar. Like we give ratings, but like I change my ratings depending on how I'm feeling. So this is how I was feeling, so that's what they got rated. But yeah.
Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed. This has been Jet Entertainment. See you guys.